If you've been following the channel, you know we recently did a deep dive into Madi Kobru's AI Influencer Creator Academy, or AICA. Our verdict back then was crystal clear. The workflow is solid. The results are realistic. But the price point? It was over $200. That was a barrier for a lot of people just looking to experiment. Well, everything just changed. I just got my hands on a massive update announcement from the creator. If you were sitting on the fence, you need to pay attention right now. We are talking about a complete overhaul of the system AICA 2.0 and a Black Friday entry point that drops the price to just $97. But this isn't just about a discount. The entire technical back end of the course is shifting. We are seeing the removal of complex training tiers, the introduction of new tools and workflows, and a massive expansion into the business side of things. We're talking full automation and email marketing modules. In this video, I'm going to break down exactly what is coming in the AICA 2.0 update scheduled for December. I'll cover what this $97 Black Friday deal actually gets you, and why the technical changes regarding Tier 2 and AI Twins might actually make your life 10 times easier. If you want to know if this is the right time to buy in, or if you should keep your wallet closed, keep watching. Let's get into it. Let's start with the money, because that's usually the deciding factor. Previously, access to AI Influencer Creator Academy was hovering around the $247 mark, sometimes dipping to $190 on sale. For a course that teaches you a high-income skill, that's reasonable, but let's be honest, it's still an investment. However, the creator just announced a flash sale structure for Black Friday, where the price is dropping to just $97. One time. Here is why this matters. Usually, when course creators launch a 2.0 version, they use it as an excuse to double the price. They add new modules, slap a premium label on it, and charge $500. What's happening here is a weird window of opportunity. Madi explicitly stated that keeping the price at $97 long-term would hurt the brand, which is basically marketing speak for, we are losing money at this price point. However, she is opening this window for Black Friday to get a mass influx of new students before the 2.0 update officially rolls out in December. So the math is simple. You pay $97 now during the sale, and you lock in lifetime access. When AICA 2.0 drops in December with all the new modules, which we will discuss in a minute, you get all of that included. Without paying an extra cent, if you were looking for a budget entry point into high-end AI influencer creation, this is it. There is no monthly subscription for the course itself, just the tools you use. And speaking of tools and workflows, let's talk about the technical changes, because some of this was quite surprising. If you watched our previous review, you know that AICA was structured in tiers. Tier 1 was basic, Tier 2 involved more complex training, and so on. The big news in this announcement, Tier 2 is being removed completely. Now, why would a course remove a whole section of training? Usually, that's a bad sign, but in the AI world, it's actually a good thing. It means the technology has outpaced the old method. The creator revealed that new models, specifically specific tools, are rendering the old Tier 2 training obsolete. These new models are superior to the characters trained on the old system. This is huge for beginners. One of the biggest friction points in creating consistent AI characters is the training phase. You know, where you have to feed an AI model dozens of photos and wait for it to learn a face. It's time-consuming and technical. With this update, the workflow is shifting to what looks like a direct image-to-image or advanced reference system. Translation: you can take a base image you like and immediately start generating consistent results without the intermediate, headache-inducing training steps. This streamlines the workflow significantly. This also applies to the AI Twin Lab. Previously, if you wanted to make an AI version of yourself, you had to train a specific model on your own face. It took time and credits. The update states no need to train your twin anymore. Just upload your image and start creating. This creates a much faster time to value. You buy the course, you upload a photo, and you are creating content. You aren't spending 3 days configuring a LoRa model. For anyone who isn't a tech wizard, this update alone makes the course much more accessible. Now, let's look at what is actually coming in the new update. Because if you buy in at $97, this is the future value you are banking on. The creator released a laundry list of upgrades, and I want to highlight the ones that actually matter for making money. First, lip sync tier 4. The current lip syncing tech is good, but it can still look a bit dubbed. Moving to tier 4 suggests we are going to see much higher fidelity in how the mouth moves, likely integrating new tools and features. If you want to do speaking reels on Instagram or TikTok, this quality bump is essential. Second, consistent tattoos. This sounds minor, but it is actually a technical nightmare in AI. If your influencer has a sleeve tattoo, AI usually scrambles the ink in every new photo. One day it's a dragon, the next day it's a flower. The fact that AICA 2.0 is introducing a module specifically for consistent tattoos means they have cracked a code on object permanence on the skin. This adds a massive layer of realism and edge to a character that most other creators can't pull off. Third, the content modules. This addresses one of my main critiques of the original course. The original was heavy on creation, but lighter on what to post. AICA 2.0 is adding specific modules for reels and carousels. It's not enough to just have a pretty face. You need to know how to structure a video that gets views. Seeing a dedicated focus on content formats, that is promising. Fourth, the business backend. This is where the course transitions from an art class to a business class. The roadmap includes video tutorials for setting up a stand store and beacons, an email marketing module, and an AI automation module. The creator is adding a mindset module and a daily training module. A lot of people roll their eyes at mindset stuff, but in the creator economy, burnout is real. Having a daily training structure helps keep you consistent, which is the #1 variable for success on social media. I want to touch on the tone of the announcement. The creator teased something called the AICA bot. There were zero details on what this is, but if I had to guess, it's likely a custom GPT or a Discord bot designed to help with prompting or troubleshooting. If it's a tool that helps generate the complex prompts needed for advanced tools workflow, that would be a massive value add. Here is a strategy that we touched on in our last video, but it is even more relevant now. AICA has an 80% affiliate commission structure. That means if you sell the course to someone else, you keep 80% of the profit. Here is the play. You buy the course for $97 during the sale. You spend the weekend building a decent looking avatar using the new simplified workflow. You post that result on TikTok or Reels with a caption about how you learned to do it. You link to the AICA Black Friday sale in your bio. If you sell 2 copies of the course at the $97 price point, you have already made your money back, and then some. The lower price point of $97 actually makes it easier for you to sell as an affiliate. It is much harder to convince someone to drop $250 than it is to convince them to drop $97. The verdict, should you buy it? So here is the bottom line. If you are remotely interested in AI influencers, digital avatars, or faceless marketing, buying AICA for $97 is a no-brainer. Here is why. At $247, it was a fair deal. At $97, it is a steal. You are getting a complete business-in-a-box education for less than the price of a nice dinner. You are locking in lifetime access right before a major 2.0 upgrade. You pay the old price to get the new product. My advice, get in during this window, secure the $97 rate, spend the next 2 weeks mastering the basics, and be ready to hit the ground running when the 2.0 modules drop in December. I have placed the link to the Black Friday deal in the description below, if you use it. It helps support the channel and allows me to keep bringing you these reviews. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.